So this is it, folks. The brand new iPhone for next year and how it will look is here. Drop everything to listen up for all the changes for this new iPhone 17 Ultra or iPhone 17 Pro Max design, and it's the first new design we've had from Apple in ages. So that's right, guys, I've made these brand new renders to show you right here based on the new leaks that we've just had in telling us that we're going to get a brand new design iPhone 17 model next year. And first of all, I want to share with you all the details about the leaks for this. So the first leak what came in was actually just back in the early part of May time, and this came in from Ross Young, as you can see right here. And he was claiming that a brand new iPhone is on its way, what's going to be slimmer and yet will have a 6.5-inch display. Now, if you know anything about Ross Young, he's very good normally about displays and when they are coming and what technology they will have, because he normally finds out this information. And if you know anything about iPhones right now, we only have actually a 6.1-inch and a 6.7-inch display, and we've been told that we're going to be getting a 6.3 and a 6.9-inch display for the iPhone 16 Pro and the iPhone 16 Pro Max this year, but this is a brand new 6.55 or 6.6-inch display what he is talking about. And like I said, it looks like that we're going to be getting a brand new design with brand new camera design on the back of the phone too. Now, I must admit, when I first heard this, I thought, okay, maybe this might come true, it might not. We're going to have more leaks to come in to tell us that this is really going to be the case here. Well, the good news is we did have another leak come in very recently. And this one comes in from the information. And to be honest, this leak also shares very similar information to what Ross Young said, but this is going to be more towards, say, an iPhone 17 Ultra kind of model what's coming in, and that it will be coming in 2025, and it will be the biggest design change ever since the iPhone X. So with these two leaks in straight away, it does look like we could be going on a path now to having a brand new design iPhone. And to be deadly honest, the last kind of semi-design change on an iPhone, I would count it as the iPhone 12 from, say, the iPhone 11. So going from that to that. And with that though, you've got to remember that the iPhone 12 came out in 2020, and we're getting another design again for the 5th year this year in 2024 based on that very similar iPhone 12 design. So Apple really do need to make a new design, and it looks like it's finally coming in 2025 here. The only thing I would also say is I'd love to hear some more information from, say, Mark Gurman or Min-Chi Kuo to see if they can sniff around with their resources to see if this is definitely going to be the case, that this kind of design here, what you can see in these renders right here, right now, is what we will be getting, something similar along this, because I'm sure we want to find out. But next of all, let me go over this actual design and let me talk to you about the features that we could be getting with this new iPhone 17 Ultra and why it looks like it is going to be called the Ultra iPhone. And to be honest, it does feel like a bit like deja vu. And to be honest, yeah, that is because the Google Pixel looks very similar to this right now. Well, this here specific is the Google Pixel 8. And the current design ever since the Pixel 6 had this kind of bar of cameras here on the back here and kind of kept the phone quite slim. And it looks like Apple are going to be taking a very kind of copycat approach here, I'm going to say. Very similar to the Pixel, but put their own mark on it too. So first of all, let's talk about this camera bump on the rear of this iPhone. So you can see here that it will stick out, and the main reason is very similar to like the Google Pixel. It sort of props up the phone if you're using it like on the table, and as you know right now, if you own one of the current iPhones, they wobble quite a bit on a table. This new array that will stick out, this new bar on the back, it will house the wide, ultra wide, and also the telephoto zoom capability inside of this. And the main thing, I think the reason why it's done like this, like in 3 cameras in the lens sort of row here, is because of spatial vision. As we know that when we got told with the iPhone 15 Pro and the iPhone 15 Pro Max that it used the ultra wide and the wide lens, and they have to be kind of in a line. And maybe this is what Apple are doing the same thing here. As you can see that they're going to be using them in a line here, and maybe that telephoto might come into play too with spatial video, what the Vision Pro gives us right now. We have heard in leaks and rumours that we're going to be getting a special spatial video button for the iPhone 16 Pro and the 16 Pro Max, and if you want to hear more information about the iPhone 16 models, well, I'm making a video very soon about this, so make sure you haven't done so already to subscribe to this channel and also hit that notification bell too. But you're probably wondering why Apple have done this approach then. Why are they making this camera bit stick out here? And I think the main reason behind this is because they can actually keep the actual iPhone slimmer, and if they get any bigger lenses or anything like this, they can actually grow this bar out the back to be even bigger over time. And yeah, it does mean that it will stick up more diagonally on a table, for example, to prop it up, but it doesn't mean that the actual size of the phone would actually get any thicker. It would just be this bar on the back to stick bigger lenses, bigger sort of sensors inside of it, and all of that good stuff too. And the next leak to talk about is the thinness of the iPhone. Well, we've heard that the new iPhone is going to be even thinner, this new Ultra iPhone. So thinner than, say, the iPhone 15 Pro Max and the iPhone 15 Pros that we have right now. And this is just Apple's way. Apple like to make everything thinner, just like what they just did with the iPads recently, the iPad Pros. Why not? Let's make them either 5.1 millimeters or 5.3 millimeters thick. And it looks like Apple are doing the same approach here. The main body of the iPhone is going to be even thinner again this time round, and this could be even thinner than the iPads, for example. We just don't know at this stage, but one thing that we do know, it's probably going to be thinner than what we have right now. And the main reason why I think Apple are going to do this is because they're going to probably put a brand new display inside of this iPhone. Just like the iPad Pros that we have now, we have that new tandem OLED display inside of it. And maybe this is going to be coming over now to the iPhones. We do have OLED displays in all the iPhone range at the moment, apart from the SE. But what I'm going to say with that is that obviously it's an older sort of technology. Maybe a brand new kind of tandem OLED, what's even thinner to make, will go inside of this iPhone. But I know what you're thinking. What about battery life? Well, I'll tell you about battery life once we talk about the giveaway that is happening on this channel. So that's right, guys, we're doing a giveaway for one of these. This here is a MacBook Pro M3, and I'm giving this away to one lucky subscriber at the end of June time on this channel. And all you have to do to enter into the giveaway on this channel is very simply just put down what technology gear or what Apple gear you're hoping to get in 2024. Put it down in the comments below. And let me just tell you a little bit more news about this MacBook Pro. This MacBook Pro here is the M3 model. It also has 16 gigabytes of RAM, not 8, and also it's got 512 gigabytes of storage inside of it. And like I said, they're going to be giving it away to one lucky subscriber at the end of June time. So if you are brand new here, make sure you subscribe to this channel and also hit that notification bell, because I will be making an announcement of when the live stream for this giveaway is going to be, and you won't want to miss out on that. There will be a little form to fill in too, but yeah, you won't want to miss out on that, so make sure you do that right now. The other thing I just want to quickly say is sadly there's still lots of scammers and spammers, people still impersonating me, telling you to WhatsApp or Telegram, you know, part with your money for shipping, telling you you've won the giveaway. This is not me at all. Please do ignore them, or better still, you can see right here, please do report them. So next of all, let's talk about the battery life. If the iPhone is going to get slimmer here, does this mean that the iPhone battery life is going to be sacrificed? Well, I think it's going to be somewhere between, say, an iPhone 15 Pro Max and the iPhone 15 Pro, in my opinion. The main reason is, if we are going to get a brand new screen put inside of this iPhone, it is going to be thinner, and then also at the same time, it's going to be better in its efficiencies too. Apple put a brand new screen in for these reasons only. So maybe the battery size potentially could be slightly smaller, but it would on average, like I said, last between what an iPhone 15 Pro and an iPhone 15 Pro Max gives us right now. The only other thing I'd say also, we've heard that Apple are working on stacked battery designs, and this utilizes even more space inside an iPhone. Or for example, they did this with the MacBook back in 2050, utilized all the space that they could, and maybe this is what Apple are going to do here with this brand new iPhone 17 Ultra this time round. So maybe battery life might be just as good as, say, an iPhone 17 Pro Max when that comes out. The other thing that I would also say is the other change is to do with Dynamic Island and Face ID. We have heard many times that the new Face ID is eventually going to be completely invisible underneath the screen. I don't think we're quite there yet, but what probably will happen is that the Dynamic Island will become smaller, and that, yes, again, it will actually have a sort of smaller footprint, and then it won't sort of intrude on your screen as much as it does right now. So this will be quite cool to see with this iPhone. The next question that you're probably wondering is what will happen to, say, the iPhone 17 and the iPhone 17 Pro Max? Are they going to be dropped now? Well, I wouldn't say that. What I would say is probably Apple could take a very similar approach to what they did when the iPhone 10 came out. They brought out the 8 and the 8 Plus, and then they also brought out the 10. And I think Apple will do something very similar. They'll bring out the 17 Pro and the 17 Pro Max, and with that it will be very similar design to what we have, say, with the iPhone 16 Pro and the iPhone 16 Pro Max, but just with a few extra bits, maybe a new color, maybe a new sort of titanium finish or something like that. And they will keep both those models, but we will have that classic message of one more thing, and then the iPhone 17 Ultra will also be announced too, very similar to this design we have right here. The only other thing as well is that we have actually heard that Apple are looking to drop the iPhone Plus model. So the iPhone 16 Plus looks like it will have its final year this year with the iPhone 16 range. So next year we could be having the likes of saying an iPhone 17, an iPhone 17 Pro, iPhone 17 Pro Max and an iPhone 17 Ultra as the 4 iPhones on the lineup in 2025. But what I will say is, guys, like I said, it is still very early days with this, but it is really exciting and it's about time we got a brand new design on the iPhone. So for once, I am super excited about this. What are your thoughts too? Do you like this new design, or do you think Apple are making a big mistake here? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And it's time to wrap up this video, so if you have enjoyed watching it, please do press the like button. Also, if you want to hear the latest Apple news, reviews and comparisons, please also make sure you subscribe to this channel and also hit that notification bell too. Until next time, guys, I'll see you really soon. Take care. Bye bye.